She traveled to Beijing at least 3 separate times with the sole intention of signing Yu Menglong.
Really?
And the agency would just not let him go. I think that she knew that they were not putting enough resources into him and she wanted to help him. I don't know if she knew anything deeper. I'm not saying that she knows anything sinister, but I think that she was like, he's not getting enough roles as he deserves. I think I could do a lot more for him. Company would not let him go. And this company is not really doing anything for his career either. And it seems like if this is what the company is doing, because they're a state-run agency, they could theoretically get away with it. Remember how I said there were 9 other people in the past decade that suspiciously passed in this company? Just to give you an idea, one of them is a female artist who ends up, this is what the police say happened. She took off all her clothes, got completely naked, and then jumped to her death. That this was a self-exit. A female celebrity who is pretty much probably always objectified online, being vulnerable in a very vulnerable situation psychologically, is then going to take off all her clothes and then plummet to her passing so that she can be photographed in the nude, so that people can objectify her more, so that people can sell these photos. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. But anytime people tried to ask those questions, they were getting deleted. Another signed talent is a newscaster. He died in an accident, and his mom later came out to say that the police told her that she needs to sign a document that her son did drugs, was high, and fell off the building, or she could not see her son, and her son could not be released back into her custody. People believe that with each passing and with each suspicious circumstance, that there are a handful of people that seem to consistently show up in those moments. The first one is a man by the name of Shin Chi. Shin Chi has been an enigma in the entertainment industry for a very long time because everyone is like, I don't know how this man came up. I don't know what kind of funding he has, but he's very well connected politically. November 2018, Shin Chi is 27 years old. He becomes the chairman of the China National Electric Investment Group's new energy company. The chairman.
CEO?
Yes.
Chairman?
27
What?
years old. This is a government-run entity, meaning how would a 27-year-old be appointed that position unless he has absolutely incredibly strong, powerful people in the ranks that are handing him these positions? AKA, he's a political Nepo baby. If he were just really smart and capable, even if he were to follow the route of getting into government, nobody would promote a 27-year-old for being outstanding. Politics has hierarchies, legacies, seniority, favoritism. They're not just going to give him a position for being the most capable, which I don't think he is, regardless. Which means, who the hell is Shin Chi? He goes from being the chairman of this state-run investment group to suddenly being like a film producer. He just makes movies, he invests in movies, he's like a major name in the entertainment industry. How do you even break out like that? Again, you go from that investment group chairman to the entertainment industry and you're succeeding across all fronts. And when you look into his past, nobody can find his family history. He doesn't talk much about his childhood. Who is he? Who are his parents? Because you can only get these types of positions if your parents have high up government positions. One insider from the industry spoke out and anonymously told a reporter online, like, do whatever you want with this information, but he's connected to top party leaders. He's got strong ties with the leaders of CCTV, which is the state-run TV agency, the government-run TV network, news network. And weirdly, anytime you hop on a call with this guy, he uses a number that doesn't even route back to him. It's like, you see the caller ID, but it's not him. Like, you don't see Shin Chi. It's weird. Like, it's just like this other guy's name. So it seems like a fake number. And they are able to pull up that number because I guess this insider has had conversations with him. This number is linked to at least 99 companies registered. When you register a business, you have to have a phone number that goes along with it. It's this number that's mainly used. And this number is also connected to Yu Menglong's shell companies.
Really?
So everyone's saying, okay, Shin Chi seems to be, if this is true, if all of this information is not fake, not AI generated somehow, not edited with absolute perfection, and these are real tips given to real reporters, then yes, it seems like there is a connection between these shell companies, Shin Chi, whoever that man is, and Yu Menglong. But that's not the only connection. Shin Chi has been Yu Menglong's top fan for years. Top fan in China is a little bit different from maybe America. Top fan does not typically mean you love this celebrity the most. You're the number one fan. It typically means you are the fan with the most power. You can buy billboards. You've got money. You've got connections. You are a highly influential fan. You can make things happen for your favorite celebrity because you yourself have power. That's what they call a top fan. Shin-Chi has been Yu Menglong's top fan for years. He actually runs Yu Menglong's fan club.
It's crazy. Wow.
And he is reported to be gay, and he seems to have some sort of crush or some sort of infatuation with Yu Menglong, has been the conspiracy online. And again, I don't think that I need to be the one to give you a disclaimer, but sexual orientation has no correlation with someone's ability to commit a crime or to be a vile person. I mean, I think if you look at most episodes on this channel, straight people commit so many heinous crimes. Like, if you're trying to use this as a way to be homophobic, you should try a different video. Nothing on our channel. But people think that he had this infatuation with Yu Menglong and has been trying to get Yu Menglong to consent and to do sexual things for him, sexual favors. And the best way to do that is to stunt his career growth. So after all of the big hit dramas that he was in, around 2020 to 2023, Yu Menglong is off the radar. He goes into the village to teach children. He's basically starving. He comes back and he jokes that he has no money for food. Now we know it probably wasn't a joke, but for those 3 years, it is believed that Shin-Chi and at least another very wealthy, influential person wanted to get Yu Menglong and he was refusing. So they completely halted his career. I think it sounds like a very big conspiracy, but the thing to remember is for these people, if this were to be true, it's not much. It's just vengeful. It's like, okay, fine, you don't want to sleep with me? Then you're not going to get a job.
Yeah, I mean, and also you look at his career. How could you going from doing such big drama
with Yang Mi?
With Yang Mi, yeah, like these are crazy breakout roles, and then boom,
Gone.
off TV for 3 years.
And
Something happened.
And it's not like he was trying and nothing was happening.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that was a flop. It wasn't, he was just gone.
Yeah.
He was gone. And so people think Shin-Chi is one of those people that wanted to get something from him and it wasn't working. And another thing to add to this is there have been reports that from beginning of August, some people even say in the month of July, there were lots of leaked blind items from the paparazzi saying that, hey, there's a very big actor that was in Eternal Love. Now, to be fair, Eternal Love has a lot of big names, but he was in Eternal Love, and we got news of a major scandal from him.
Yeah, I think that they say like a celebrity from the show with 25 million
Yes.
followers, which, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
How many, exactly 25 million? Who are we talking about? Yeah.
And people were saying that these executives, these higher ups, are leaking this information to the paparazzi as another way to threaten Yu Menglong and say, see, we not only have power over your career, we can also ruin your whole career. Like, we can just take you off the screens, yes, but we can make you a very bad person online as well. And so this is just adding more and more pressure. So people believe that Shin-Chi was one of the ones that really wanted to sleep with Yu Menglong, and they believe that he was there at that dinner party that night. And just to give you an idea about these dinner parties, a lot of Chinese celebrities have seemingly spoken up about this, and it's kind of the same in East Asian culture, I'm sure Korean culture as well, not just in the entertainment industry, even just the business world. You want to get a business deal done, you got to go get drunk, you got to go to a 회식, like you have to go and pour alcohol for these higher ups to get a deal signed. There's this very viral clip of Tao from EXO. He is now in China. He also recently got married, I believe. He was talking about, this was from years ago, he was screaming, like getting very riled up in a live stream, and he said, I have my own agency. And if you tell me my employees, my talent, have to go do a business deal and they have to drink something, then get the fuck out. I don't need your money. We don't need you. We don't need your stupid deals. Like, no, I'm not letting them put their health in jeopardy.
给我公司所有员工，我立了一个规矩，你出去谈任何业务，谈任何项目，只要让你喝酒，不滚都滚。我绝不让我员工去卖身体，去喝酒，去谈任何的业务。这辈子我不可能做这种事儿。我公司可以不做，我不让我员工做这种事情，就这么简单。
And I think he was saying health as in like, because you have to get like blackout drunk and
Yes.
that level of alcohol is not good. But people have been recirculating this clip by saying maybe health could mean other things. We don't think that's what he meant, but they're saying like, we just don't know how dark it gets when people get that drunk. We don't know how many people could get taken advantage of. So it does seem like this is a very normal thing that happens, at least these drinking parties. The reason that Shin-Chi is important to this, though, is a lot of people believe the money laundering is all connected to him. He had opened up the shell companies in Yu Menglong's name. He wants to sleep with Yu Menglong, and he also has this very shady LinkedIn profile, if you will. How do you go from being nobody to being the chairman of this state-run massive investment group to being this very famous producer and director and doing all of these things in the entertainment industry? Nobody knows who your parents are. So there are rumors that he is the illegitimate child of the head of state of the entire nation. Because even if he, there were previous rumors circulating that maybe he was the illegitimate son of one of the Politburo members, which are like the top 25 most powerful people in the nation. But a lot of people are saying there's no way that the head of state would not just let them go down for it. Because this looks bad, ultimately, on the head of state. It doesn't look bad on everyone. It looks, ultimately, when you have one person at the top, like anyone, most nations have a president, it just looks bad on that person. They're the first to be blamed. So why would they go down for a random person's son in the top 25 most powerful politicians? At the end of the day, he's the most powerful. Why would he go down for him? So they think that this guy, Shin-Chi, is connected, is the illegitimate son of the head of state of the entire nation. And there have been rumors circulating prior to this, and these, I will say, are rumors that a lot of people these are people who very much dislike the government system in China. These are people who are very outspoken about that, and that's their right? But they're very anti-CCP. And they have been saying for months prior to this that there have been lots of rumors, and they believe to be true, that the head of state has been embezzling money through military contracts, right? Which is, I think that's a thing that a lot of different heads of state have been accused of. But they're accusing him of doing that. And they're saying now with these military shell companies, maybe it's all connected. Maybe this is the illegitimate son who's funneling and money laundering through this celebrity. And then maybe Yu Menglong finds out and wants to put an end to it or wants to go public with this information. And now he must die. And now it's going to get covered up because it's not even just about Yu Menglong's death anymore. It's about a whole system. And just to give you an idea, if you run this phone number, netizens have been able to pull up other companies that are with the same phone number that allegedly belong to Shin-Chi. And one of the companies has been operating for 5 years. They have 0 payroll employees. 0 employees. And they generate $630 million in revenue.
Dang.
In the past 5 years.
Wow.
Its logo probably reads not money laundering at that point because, that's money laundering. To give you an idea, other businesses who generate that kind of revenue, around even 100 million a year, they will employ on average at the very least 100 people, but typically on the 1,000 people end. You're not going to generate that with 0 payroll employees. But they're saying that these different companies, all 99 of them, are so profitable, even though nobody's running them. They're just printing money at this point. It doesn't make any sense. These are the allegations. I don't know. I don't have the paperwork in hand. I am not someone who can certify such legal paperwork. So I don't know if this paperwork has been edited and reposted online. I don't know. But that same number can also be traced back to another very well-known celebrity, Song Yi-ren. And she has been connected to this dinner party many a times through many a different pieces of evidence. Song Yi-ren is a small-time actress. She was on this reality show called Everyone Stand By, which I did a whole Mott's episode on. It's like a famous Chinese acting reality show where the premise of the show is you gather a group of acting professionals. Most of them are newcomers or they had their heyday and now maybe they're falling off a little bit. They get booked onto this show and they're doing skits, mini dramas, and they're doing improv acting, and you have this panel of judges of world-renowned actors who are going on to judge their acting ability, not just their influencer count, but like genuine their profession. And she actually made me cry.
That's crazy, right? Thinking back.
Yeah, they had this, they called it Performance City, and all of the contestants were to go into this massive fake city, and they could go through the costume department and dress up in whatever their character were to be, and the judges would walk around while they're improvising these different character storylines. She chose one that was very emotionally gripping. A lot of the other characters, they were couples who were fighting or selling peas and selling all these other like street vendors, and none of it was that particularly good. She was very smart and she was very believable. So she dressed up in what I guess you would call back in the day like a beggar, and she had a sign up.
On her sign that she held up above her head, there's misspelling of a word, but she did it on purpose to show that she's undereducated as this character.
And it was really well done. She never broke character. It was freezing cold in there and she was shivering because she was that dedicated to the character. I cried watching that because I just felt like it was so good. That's her. She has been placed at the scene of the crime. Whether it's true or not, I'm just going to give you what people have found online. There have been rumors circulating long before she was even on that show that I didn't know about, but they said that Song Yi-ren's personal and professional lives were vastly different. They were just saying it's weird. They said online her career is very much girl next door, soft girl image. Oh, I've never seen anything inappropriate. Like that was always strongly associated with her. But sometimes other co-stars and other friends would talk about her and they would let it slip that her nickname for a really long time was Xiao Taimei.
Xiao Taimei.
What does that mean specifically?
It's like the bad kids in school. She's like the head of it. The bully in K-drama.
Yes.
Like that's the vibe.
Okay, yes. Yeah, our researchers were having a hard time trying to describe it too. One of them said it's like the direct translation would be like little bad girl. Others were saying no, it's like head bully.
Head bully,
Like
yes.
head bully girl is the vibe. Like it's just not it's actually very mean. It's not a nice, you don't get pride from being called that. But Song Yi-ren actually went on a live stream once and said, yeah, like that's what I used to be called, but that's when I was young. I've grown up. I don't do that anymore. I was out there drinking, clubbing, partying every day. I dyed my hair blonde, but I don't do that anymore because